Good morning. I hope you're having a wonderful day. I have done a little bit of reading this morning and prepared a little something, and hopefully you enjoy it. You know how this goes. Welcome back to the Indigo Church, and I think you're going to enjoy what I have prepared today, so let's get right into it. Earth will not be here forever. While we are here, we will endure sorrow, and it cannot allow us to reach back to temptations. We must stay strong and pray through hard times, rather than cave to false wisdom and try to solve our own problems in naive, manly ways. Through trials and tribulations, many will come forward with their own answer, as if trying to be a pretend Christ, trying to mislead a population of people. We only have one leader, and that is the true Jesus Christ, not a wannabe know-it-all who can quote-unquote lead you to a better life. The only advice you can trust is straight from the source, and your life will become a living testament to how powerful he is. That's the message. That is exactly true. That's all you need is just the teachings of Jesus, and that's it. Really, that's all I really have for this morning. I mean, I can go a little bit into something that I was inspired this week, right? So I'm driving, I'm in the car, listening to the radio, right? And talking about how on the radio they're talking about how like a garden is God's greatest joke. You spend all this time catering to it, and the plants, like the potted plants, the hanging plants, they all are dying, but the weeds are flourishing. And I mean, maybe this guy's just not the best gardener. I mean, it's very apparent, right? But anyway, he's saying, and then the grass, how we plant grass so it just keeps growing and growing, and we have to keep mowing it and mowing it. It's like a never ending, like, why do we do this? Like, this has got to be the biggest joke. Like, how, I don't know. But I was like, no, it's not. Because obviously there's going to be weeds, but all you can do is try your best. So why are you letting the weeds dictate the garden being a joke? I don't think the garden's a joke. There's beauty in all of it. Maybe you can embrace the weeds for what they are. You know what I mean? Obviously, you don't want weeds in your garden for whatever reason, but I don't think it's so deep. Weeds add another element of color and pop to the garden. You know what I mean? Where you had a empty black space of soil, and now you have a little something if you just enjoy it rather than like nitpick on everything. You know what I mean? Because like water the potted plants and water the weeds. That's kind of how I look at it. Like, it's all growing, right? Whatever. Like, you can, it's all about perspective, really. And his perspective was, this sucks. Why do we have to keep doing this? My perspective is, I like a thick lawn. I like a nice thick lawn. A thick lawn is awesome. Like, and I said this as a joke the other day. I was like, yo, the whole purpose of life is having a thicker lawn than your neighbor, right? But it was a joke. But dude, having some really nice grass is nice. And mowing your grass is something you could like enjoy and like take pride in it, and like cross cut it and make it look like the Philly Stadium, or just make these perfect lines, and like, and then look at it when you're all done and like, wow, I did that. It looks good. Like, grass looks good, freshly cut. But this man wanted to look at it like it's an endless cycle of work. But if you just look at it and appreciate the work, it doesn't feel like something you ever want to end. It's like, oh, this is beautiful. What's next? You know what I mean? Rather than like, oh, it didn't even happen yet, but I'm already dwelling on it. It's all a mindset, and you could really have a mindset of, you know, this sucks. Or you could have a mindset of life is beautiful regardless of the weeds, because they're meaningless compared to how big this beautiful tree is and all these flowers. There's a couple minuscule weeds. Do they really get in the way? Are they really protruding our whole beautiful sight? No, they're not. Just because they exist doesn't mean you have to hawk in on them as if they are ruining everything and that's all that you can see. Like, you gotta see past the weeds and see the whole beautiful garden. So that is something I heard on the radio, and I was like, why are you looking at it like that? Like, come on, man. Come on, man. So that was obviously didn't have to do with my message. That's just something that I felt like I wanted to share. But yeah, I'm gonna leave what I wrote in the description if you want to read it for yourself. And you know what it is. If you want to be a part of this channel, you can send in a video to the phone number in the comment. Just send like a Dropbox link or a Google Drive link to a video that you made. Maybe you could be featured on the channel. You could share your own stories and own testaments. Like, I want this to be a community thing. Maybe one day we could make a real church out of this. But for now, it's a video every Saturday. Thanks for tuning in. I love you so much for taking a little bit of time out of your day to experience something here that is beautiful. So thank you for being here, and enjoy the rest of your day.